All right. We have Terry James with us for this episode of the Peaking Podcast. Really excited to chat with Terry. He is the CEO of Offleashed, and he's also an entrepreneur, businessman, connector of people, pets, and all things great. So really excited to learn about you, Terry. If you want to jump in and start out by just giving us a little bit of an introduction about yourself.
Yeah, Brian, thanks so much. And thanks for having us here. Really excited to have this discussion about our brand and about what we're trying to build to help connect people through pets. Like I said, my name, or like you said, my name is Terry James. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Off Leashed, really the social app that's focused on connecting pet people. We really built this lifestyle platform that really helps pet lovers or those people who just want to connect over their love of pets, do so in a really confident way. It helps you connect with other people that are like-minded, helps you build community, and more importantly, helps you have confidence as a pet parent. So really excited about that and excited to have this conversation today.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Um, so do you want to start off by telling us a little bit about your background and how things led up to Off Leashed and the founding of?
Absolutely. It's an interesting story when you think about how does a business guy get into the pet business. I think most of us have two sides of ourselves, if you will. So my background started with as a financial advisor with Morgan Stanley and UBS Warburg. Left that to get into the real estate business, which I've spent the last 2 decades of my career in. Had a mortgage company, sold that, and then got into traditional real estate and real estate development, which is what I've been doing for a long time. But my passion has always been, kind of around pets as well. You don't even think about how those formational stories kind of begin. And I think for me, it really began with, our first pets in our family. My earliest memories from childhood really began with our pets, being kind of the key and the cornerstone for who we were. Back in the day, I was a latchkey kid, right? So I would have to come home by myself as a young kid, come in, watch TV, watch cartoons. But my safety and my security was when I opened the door with the key as a young kid and having my dog run up to me and be that place of refuge, that place of stability and security. And those things you don't even think about how those formational things will impact your life later. And for me, that's really what it was. I mean, I've only had maybe a 4-year period in my life where we haven't had a pet, right? During college, didn't, you're a college student, not really able to have a pet. But since then, post college, my wife and I first started with a couple of cats, and we have 2 dogs and a cat now. So pets have been really at the core of what we do. So this idea that we could connect people over the same things that we were passionate about was amazing. And then when you start telling people that story and you let them tell not only the impact and role that pets have played in their life, but the impact that they've played in their relationships, it really changes. And it really saw a need, especially during the pandemic, of people just being disconnected over various things, whether it's politics, whether it's socioeconomic status, whether it's all host of different external factors. But the one thing that could connect everyone really easily was their love and their passion for pets. It's an opportunity to create conversations, an opportunity to create community. Even if you don't know anyone, you could drop in at a dog park or at a cat cafe and find someone that has a shared interest in you. So thinking of an idea that if we could help other people that saw the world in the same way we do, to connect over their pets, we pursued this idea, and our community has now gotten behind us. And we're really excited about the future of Off Leash and everything we're doing here.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, I uh just the when you talk about COVID and the way the world was, it was a very strange time for all of us. And I do have really key memories going back to those times, walking my dog Maya and being pretty apprehensive. When you saw someone, you're crossing to the other side of the street, you don't know how to interact with people. But the breaking point of that connection point really was Maya going down to a local park. And this was just a, open field. It wasn't even a dog park. And going down
Mm.
there and coming about 10 people, dogs running around and conversations happening, at distance, but still this, great kind of community where everybody was scared, but
Yeah.
everybody was coming together and talking through that, and it was a very powerful moment, and one that would have never happened without that connection of dogs there, and people who had worlds of difference and differences of opinion, but yet this still was a happy place, and it's a place that people went, and it became this like safe haven in a way, and it was really, really powerful. So I think it's such a cool idea, and I'm just really excited to see it blossom because I think it can have such a positive impact on the world around us. So that's cool.
Yeah, my wife and I have a similar story when we moved to California right before the pandemic in July 2019 from Seattle down to Southern California. And when you move to a new place with new people, it's the reality of was it helped my wife and I kind of integrate into our community. There was a little park down right below our house, and the similar story where people came together right around happy hour time and brought their dogs to a place kind of by the water there, and everyone just kind of created their own little community within a community of all the people with their pets, and it was a great way just to kind of get integrated in the community. And pets just have that ability to bring people together and connect them in a very unique way.
Well, tell us a little bit about your team and where did you guys connect? How did you come together? And what are your strengths and what do you guys have going on?
Yeah. I've got a pretty amazing team, I will say. And most of the relationships that I've had with this team have been built over decades, right? When we wanted to go out and start, kind of building something like this at the level at which we're trying to build it with, I wanted to tap into people that I really, really trusted and had a long-term affinity with. The first is our COO, Jeff Brown. Jeff and I have had a 15 plus year relationship that dates back to when our mortgage companies were acquired. And that's where we both first met each other. And we continued to work together with our other businesses throughout the years. And when I said, "Hey, I really want to go all in on this project," and we both had shared the same passion for pets, he was the first one that I was like, "I need someone that I trust, that I'm confident in, that has the same ideals and goals and work ethic and the same value of how they kind of view the world." And I brought him on, and his background is amazing, both coming from the executive world and in the mortgage business, allows bringing that different level of business focus into this space as well. The second is Nazir Samatar. Nasser and I, again, have been friends for almost about the same amount of time as Jeff and I. Nas used to be the former head of engineering for Amazon and head of engineering for Rover. Comes with a wealth of experience. He happened to be a client of mine and Jeff's back in the day. And again, someone with that level of technical expertise, someone with that level of kind of understanding the ability to grow in the space that we're in from a technological standpoint was absolutely invaluable to be able to do that. Our head of product is Drazen. He's based in Europe. He leads our dev team over there. We've got about a 6-person dev team. He has been instrumental in terms of helping us continue to build and grow out our app, and being able to run a team not here domestically but internationally to be able to maximize our success. And he's had his hand in also building a few of the best performing mobile apps over in Europe. So really on the technical side, we've built an amazing and a stellar team. to be able to get us to the point kind of where we are now. We're also supported internally by a great extended marketing staff, PR team, kind of the whole gamut that really helps us share our messaging out there in the marketplace and gives the vision and visuals of what we're looking for to build, for what we want the community to see about what Offleashed is doing.
Very cool. What are some, coming from your background as an entrepreneur and businessman, and stepping into this world of software and people, what are some lessons learned? What are some challenges you've faced? And we have a lot of listeners on this podcast that are similarly entrepreneurs and business people, and
Yeah.
I think it's great to share some of the war stories and some of the things that you've been through.
I think whenever you're doing something new in terms of a new arena that you're not traditionally in, right? Got a long career in investments and finance and business and real estate and those kind of things, so you understand that. But technology and the tech space is a whole new animal, right? Just because of how fast things evolve, right? You could put in a lot of work and effort to have something great and hit the market. And not saying it might be outdated, but you always have to continue to be pushing the envelope and be on the cutting edge of what you're trying to do. And so being able to kind of open your mind to that space and learn from some of the best tech people in the world has been kind of amazing, just understanding for us, it's about the vision, right? The vision of how can we be more things to more people in the pet space, kind of at one time. And so when you think about that, technology is that bridge to that, right? It helps you impact and touch more people's lives at one time than anything else that you could possibly do, right? That gives you the ability to do that just because of its growth. And it's how you utilize technology to make people's lives better, right? Remember the great quote of like the good technology is really designed to help make your life better, help things go faster and smoother. And I think we've really done a good job at focusing on that core mission of how can our technology make the lives of pet people better, right? Better in terms of connecting, better in terms of not sacrificing time with your pet to be engaged with other people in your community, and also empowering you to be a better pet parent. I know that for a lot of people that even want to own pets or have a pet as part of their family, that's just a big challenge that they all face. Is like, I just want to be confident. I want to make sure that I'm doing right by them, that I'm providing them the right food or the right care or the right access to socialization, all those things. So, uniquely coming at it from both a business person and a pet parent, it gives us a unique perspective in terms of how we want to build this. And then, really trying to listen to our community. We want our community members to be the kind of co-author of our story and to have them come alongside us in building what we're building, right? Be a part of this journey in terms of providing a software product that works for them, that's essential to their everyday life, but one that makes their life and the life of their pet better.
Well, obviously there's just a rush of AI and new ways that it's being leveraged to empower businesses and companies to accelerate. How are you seeing this impact off leashed? What ways are you leveraging it?
Yeah.
Is this a part of your roadmap and your story? What does that look like?
As a part of our story from the very beginning, I guess, even though AI has been around for a long time, I think we understood fundamentally that we needed to utilize AI to help improve a number of different things. For us, on the machine learning side of utilizing AI, we got our global patent on our matchmaking process, right? That we could efficiently and effectively match people better. So if you think about the average person that's on a traditional social app or a community app or dating app or something like that, the average person spends 4,000 swipes over 8 months to find one quality match. And if we could reduce that time by taking into account more factors of not only you as a person, but also your pet and their qualities and their likes and their habits. And we could help you connect faster with someone that had this shared identity and shared interest more quickly. The matchmaking portion of the process becomes really important. And that was our tip of the spear, right? When our first entree to the market was as a connection app. It wasn't where we envisioned ourselves being long term, right? We saw ourselves as really this lifestyle platform that people could come, yes, for the connection, but they could find events, they could find community, and they could find the confidence they needed in terms of building uh, the relationships in the community, and also the advice they could use to be able to do so. So as we started in that space, it was really important to utilize AI in that portion and that fashion. But then we expanded, and we've been really hard at work the last year and a half, almost 2 years plus now, to create this product that really we're so super proud about. In how we've used AI, we're part of the Google Cloud startup program, and with that, we got early access to the Gemini platform, which allowed us to get to work early on building an amazing product. And we call her Eve, and Eve is our companion that works alongside our users, learns about them, understands them and their pet, and gives curated information not only about the people that they're going to meet and connect with on the app, but also about groups they should join, events they should go to, conversations that are happening that they should participate in based upon their unique likes and wants and differences. And then it's going to be there along the way as your pet grows. It's like, oh, I have a vet visit coming up, or I have this event to go to. And Eve will understand you and your pet and make relevant recommendations based upon that, right? So the better we can train Eve and continue to bring in new data sets into it, the more it learns about our users and their pets and their habits, the better it is, right? So a positive way to utilize AI to make pet parents' life better. That's what we've really been focused on.
I was playing around in Offleashed, and I was having a conversation with Eve about grooming best practices because my dog is an Alaskan Malamute, and she is just a lot to handle, and she's also getting old, and it's just I've been in there with different groomers, and she doesn't like it, and so just
Mhm.
trying to make her experience better and our experience better all the way around. So but that's exciting. That's really cool, and I could see how impactful that could be for people.
Well, I think the use case has become really important, right? How would you utilize it as a pet parent to make your life better, right? You talked about your unique story of of grooming your pet. If we can couple that information also with access to relevant partners, relevant experts that you can come and learn from and get advice from real time and get on a hop on a video call and conversation, all those kind of things. That's what Off Leash is going to provide to our members and our users as we continue to grow and expand. And we're right here with our new product release, which we are probably about a week away from that. We're really proud about all the work that we've been doing to get here to this point.
That's exciting. So talk to us about your community. How many active users? Where are you guys in? Are you all over the world? What does that look like?
Yeah, so we just passed our 42nd state with having users in. It's a pretty exciting thing when you start putting out a map and you look across the country. Now, some may have 35 people, some may have 100 people. A lot of people are finding us organically. Most of our efforts so far have been on the West Coast. Seattle was our original launch city. Los Angeles, and then San Diego. We did a launch earlier this year where we have a team and boots on the ground in. So that's really, really important for us. So we've surpassed over 16,000 downloads on a daily basis. We've got about 3,500 active users right now. That number is growing daily, and thousands upon thousands of pet profiles that are in our platform right now. Right, so We've got enough for almost 15 years to highlight a pet every day, or multiple pets every day, on our socials and in our platform to give them some love and shine. So we're really excited about how our community has embraced us, right? Both from a social side and then now in the app. So our next levels of growth is to expand and have boots in the ground in other major cities across the country, right? Real live people. I think you have to have a digital strategy of letting people see you on a marketing standpoint, on a social standpoint. I think that's really important. But you also have to do live events. I think our special sauce is getting people together. And I think if you've spent any time on our socials, you've seen the last year of us really just integrating ourselves within the community with real life people, right? Whether it's at a larger event or a small event, an adoption event, a charity event, a whole host of different things, brewery events, all kinds of ways just to bring the average pet person together with somebody else in their community. And that's really where we've been embraced. So that grassroots plan is really, really important. Getting our team out on the street to meet real pet people and ask them, hey, what are you looking for in an app? What are you looking for in a place that is not just a digital platform that you can go to, right? That's amazing. That's really important. You got to build a really good technology there. But you also have to do the next part, which is get people together in person, right? We have this epidemic of loneliness that people talk about all the time. And how do you address that? How do you try to take a stab at solving for that problem? Pets are one way where people feel really connected, and it impacts and mitigates some of their loneliness interpersonally. But there is still something about that authentic human to human connection, right? But people feel guilty. They want to go out. They want to be social. They want to connect with each other. They want to be engaged in their community, but they feel guilty about leaving their pet at home, right? So how do we do both? How do we help people connect with each other? How do we help them build community? But how do we also do that without sacrificing time with your pet? Because I think that's the most important thing. We want our pets involved. I mean, they're a fabric of our families, right? People, there's this new age of thinking that, pets have, for many people have replaced children, especially in the coming generations, right? People are waiting longer and longer to have kids, or they're using, human children. So they're using pets as a way to kind of prepare them for parenthood. We were no different, right? We did the same thing. We before we had our children, our human children, we were pet parents, right? And they teach you about responsibility, commitment, and the times you need to be there, all those kind of things. It really, really positively impacts you in that way in preparation. But they're essentially a part of your family. And because they're part of your family, you want them to be involved, because that you're at your best. For most people, you're at your best when you're with your pet. You're happy, you're engaged, you're excited, you want the very best for them. And that's what we want to help you be, the best version of yourself. And so if you can have more opportunities to do that in person with other people that are like you, so that your pet has a social life and you have a social life, I think everyone becomes happier because of that.
Yeah. Makes a lot of sense. Now, are you able to have users coordinate events via Offleashed? Or the events that you guys are hosting put on by Offleashed? Is there a combination? What does
That's
that
great.
look like if someone wanted to get out there and meet people?
Yeah, that's a great question. So, a lot of our events, as we started introducing ourselves to the community, were either off-leash sponsored events or off-leash attending a bigger festival to kind of connect with the community and in real form. But as our premium package allows for users to start engaging to build their own events, right? If they have a dog's birthday party or a cat play date or something like that, they can engage on our app as a premium member, pay the monthly subscription, and basically be hosting their own events, and then utilizing AI to invite people from their community that they may not have known, they may not have connected with, so they can see that these are all events are happening, whether they're small events to connect or larger events that they can connect with as well. And then really finding opportunities for on any given night, of Wednesday night, a Friday night, a Saturday night, for people, for you to find your off-leash people in your community. We're about to roll that out as well, for you to have dinner, for you to have drinks, for you to have exciting engagement in the real human to human level with your community as well. So that's the way people engage right now. Coming to events, we've got a series of events that'll be happening this summer across the LA and Seattle area. But we really want to encourage our community to host their own events as well, to invite people to a birthday party, to invite people to a play day, to invite people to a dog park, so that they can really engage with each other, right? To make that this community that they found here, their people, that they can connect with them at any point in time they want to, both virtually like we're doing now and in person.
Awesome. That makes a lot of sense. I mean, I can even just see if I was a local business that was a dog friendly business, engaging in that way where, you know, maybe doing a pup crawl, and you
Absolutely.
get a few local businesses that are interested, and hey, bring your pups through my shop, and, you know, whether it's, yeah, whatever it is, it doesn't really matter. And that's the whole point, is just bringing people together for whatever reasons.
That's an amazing suggestion, and that's things that we have worked on for this summer coming up. But all those things, right, where people want opportunities to be social, they want opportunities to connect, and they want to do it with their pet. What we're trying to do is to make it easy for people to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. Very fun. Anything else that's upcoming in your future roadmap that would be exciting to share for Off
Yeah.
Leashed?
For us, we are about to start our next big capital raise. We were joined by a number of investors last year during our seed round. We were very blessed to get us through that first, kind of major hurdle. Our initial investors, we were self-funded internally to build our app, to build our proof of concept. We went out to the market of our friends and family and other business professionals that we trusted, and we went through a successful raise last year. We've used that in a very positive way to really build out the app, to really build out our community, to really build out some of our marketing partnerships. And now we have proof of concept. We're no longer a startup in the traditional sense, right? Sure, we're still in the early phases of where we think we'll be, but it's no longer proving, does this work? That part's been proven. The community wants us. They are demanding something like us, and to continue to grow. Every day, we're getting new members from across the country that are just finding us on the App Store organically somehow, without us being in their city, without us being boots on the ground. That is what you need to hear. You'll have 300 people in Boston. We've only, I've only visited Boston at a couple of conferences a few times, right? You'll have 200 people in Cleveland, Ohio. You'll have 100 people in, a small town in Minnesota. And what you find with that is that people, especially pet people, are looking for ways to find each other and to connect. So it's really important for us as we go through this next capital raise. It's about expanding. It's about getting us in as many cities as we can with really boots on the ground to help that community connect and grow faster. What we focused on at first was really trying to build trust from our community. Are we going to do what we say we're going to do? Are we going to build the right product? Are we going to listen to their concerns and needs and try to address those things? Are we going to put efforts in bringing people together? I think we've authentically done that, right? Can we get better? Absolutely. We're working and striving to get better each and every day, right? I think the challenges as leading in this space, particularly in a pet industry that has traditionally kind of a little bit behind the curve when it comes to technology and advancement and those kind of things, where, excuse me, we have a rapidly changing demographic of who are going to be the pet parents in the future. They are supported, 74% are from Gen X, Gen Z, and millennials. These are the most diverse generations we've ever seen in history. Younger pet parents are coming. Their needs are different. The way in which they get their information is different. The way in which they connect with each other and communicate with each other is completely different. So we want to meet everyone where they're at, right? We want to be that resource for someone who's a seasoned pet parent, someone who is in that last phase or golden period of their life. We want to help them connect with people that are like themselves, that are in that same phase of life. But we also want to help the very first brand new pet parent who's just scared, but they want to be a pet parent. They want to find friends. They want to find community. We want to help them connect as well. We want to find people who want to find love through their pets because that's an exciting story. And it's an exciting way to bring people together. We want to be able to do that. And I think our platform is perfectly positioned to be able to do just those things and to push and to lead in a space that needs a voice like ours, that needs people that are focused on connection and community and are passionate about bringing people together and are passionate about pets. And so we've been really well accepted by the pet community and encouraged by what we see from our broader community of pet parents out there. And so we're excited to continue to do the work that we're doing right now.
Well, where can people find you? How can they go get the app, download it? How can they support the mission?
Absolutely. So the easiest way for you to start joining and be a part of the community is to download our app on either the iOS or the Apple Store or the Google Play Store. Right? Download the app, start building your profile, but it's not just for you; it's for you and your pet.
Well, if you're listening, if you see this, go sign up. Let's be a part of this mission. And for my fellow listeners who are in Portland, let's make our market the best. We can do that. Okay. I know we're all dog people out here. So let's create a pup crawl. I think that would be fantastic. We'll go get some drinks. And I do have, hey Maya, come here, Maya. You gotta say bye. Maya, come here. Go. I would love that. That would be amazing. Well, thanks so much, and we will talk soon then.